Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be covering the Disventure Camp Island of the Slaughtered AU. It's honestly pretty interesting compared to Total Drama. But if you want to see this for yourself, the series is made by this guy on TikTok, so go see it. And I'm also going to be reading the logs of each victim, so just to say that, yeah. Victim 1, William Lee. Day 11 waxed on William Lee, Teal campsite. Rule 1, don't fall for it. Will was a coward. He was 23 years old, but still scared of so many things. He was still a child. Some scared child, lost in the world. I guess you couldn't blame him for falling for the trap. He just wanted to be comforted. It wasn't his fault. If you reach the campsite, you will not find your little brother. You will only find something on the ground, just outside. Something that looks awfully familiar. Turn on the flashlight. Get a better view. It's ahead. What a familiar sight. Doesn't it remind you of the past 13 years ago? It should. Such a familiar sight. Don't take the head. Do not expect it. Do not move and you're dead. The headless axeman is fast. He will catch you. You can already see him out of the corner of your eye, lurking. How does it feel to be on the receiving end of these ghosts for a change? Victim 2, Dan Bray, body never found. Two-piece Dan, berry patch. Rule 2, give him a break. Dan was always the normal one, always plain, always vanilla, always the one forgotten. His peers would say, "What's that boy's name? Is it David? Is it Dylan?" Nobody seemed to remember Dan. When he got accepted to Disventure Camp, he was ecstatic. A chance to prove himself. A chance to show what he was made of. A chance to challenge the stereotypes holding him back. A chance to finally stand out for once. Poor Dan. All this could have been avoided. All he did was a favor. He went to go pick berries for Gabby, who refused to eat an animal. It was something so charitable, he didn't have to step in. But he did it anyways. Dan was hard-working, just another trait of his brushed side. When everyone found out that he didn't return, they didn't really care. Poor Dan. Poor, stupid, dead Dan. At the berry bushes where he died, you'll quickly find him picking out invisible fruits. He still feels an urge to finish the job. Don't just watch him. Give the boy a hand. Pick the berries he never got to pick. Finish the job. Make at least some of his fruitless journey worth it. I know it feels so weird to help instead of destroy. You should get used to this feeling. Victim 3, Ellie Riffen. Ellie's great mind, the thick of the woods. Rule 3, be strong. Ellie was smart, young, and promising. She got the grades. Everyone thought she would become a doctor or a lawyer or something big and fancy like that. Instead, she ended up headless in a crappy camp with people she hardly knew. People she hardly knew and Gabby. Gabby was different. Something about Gabby made Ellie so happy. And for the 14 days they spent together, their bond only strengthened. It was so unfortunate. Star-crossed lovers, doomed by the universe. Even when Ellie died, it was because she went looking for Gabby. Commitment at its finest. If only the camp-wide argument never happened. If only Gabby didn't run away. If only Ellie didn't go look. In the thick of the woods, with all the bushes and trees, Ellie will stand alone, holding her head. You'll be overcome with a horrible fear. This emotion is so new for you, isn't it? But use your head. She will not hurt you unless you scream too loud or show weakness. Be strong, just like she was. If you're too weak in this campsite, you might meet at the other end of the necks. She would know. Victim 4, Grett Clark. Frowning Grett, the cave system. Rule 4, don't get too close. Grett wasn't one to talk about her life. When asked, she'd usually change the subject or make a mean comment, or tell whoever was asking to go away. She acted mean as sort of a mask. In reality, Grett was just someone trying to make it in the world. She was envious and insecure, and had plenty of issues she took out on others. This is all because of her brother. Her stupid, stupid brother. In Grett's family, she never got any sorts of recognition. It was always, Grett, your brother won an award. Grett, your brother got a scholarship to a college. Isn't it great someone in this family is doing well for once? God, how she hated her family. How she yearned for one of them to finally validate her accomplishments. But the day never came. When Grett died, she was alone. She had left camp 2 days ago. She just wanted to leave. After 2 days of wandering aimlessly in the woods, a cave system seems like a good bet on escaping. There, she waited 2 more days, starving and alone, and then she was found. If you somehow find the same cave system Grett found so many days ago, she'll be the only inhabitant. You'll see her everywhere as you pass. She seemingly has the ability to teleport whenever she pleases. But be wary. Do not get too close. In life, she had emotional walls protecting her. In death, there are no walls. So if you do get too close, she'll handle it herself. Victim 5, Alec Geltz. Half a man. Pathway to the woods. Rule 5. Slow him down. Alec was unstoppable in life. He always kept moving forward. In primary school, when he got bullied, he'd find some trick to get them to stop. When his wife left him, he didn't slow down. Always moving forward, never stopping. Marching like a loyal soldier in the end. Alec also kept a stone mask on at all times. Not showing emotion, staying calm under pressure. He only ever cried twice. The first time in his lonely car on a rainy Tuesday night after signing the divorce papers. The second time when he pushed Fiore away, faced the axe murderer like a man, and realized this was the end. He died for Fiore, yet he did not die with dignity. Half of him mauled by a dog for what felt like hours. Was it even worth it, abandoning it all for a little girl he knew for 14 days? It seems so stupid in retrospect. If you try to enter the woods, you'll find a specific pathway with a rough patch of dirt. If you pass it, it will soon break. The half-man exits the dirt, climbing out arm by arm. The dead has risen. A half-skeletal, half-dead man. Is this familiar? Once he has exhibited his shallow and unmarked grave, he will not back down, nor stop. He will chase you and will not take a breath. He will trudge and trudge and trudge until he catches you. You can run, but you can't hide. Just find some way to slow him down. He is the predator. You are the prey. And all you can do is slow him down. This is such an unfamiliar dynamic for you, isn't it? Victim 6, Miriam Dixon. Dial tone Miriam, the phone box. Rule 6, do not disturb the dead's doings. Miriam was nearing the end of her life. She was 72 years old. She had reached all of her major accomplishments. It seemed like all of her work had been completed. You'd think someone who had done everything they seemingly wanted to would be happy in their final years. But she wasn't happy. Not at all. Not after the accident several years ago. She lost her son and her father. That certainly put a halt on her life. That was the only reason she joined the Disventure camp. It was something new. Honestly, it was better for her to die. There's no world where she would have survived and been able to cope. At least this way, she can see her family again. At the broken phone box, it's very loud. You can hear all sorts of noises, dial tones, incessant garbling, her final words on loop. All coming out of a broken phone box. Don't be too alarmed now. She isn't in any rush to harm. Her ghost stands close by, bound to the tethered box. She watches, making sure you mind your own business. Her noise can be heard across the camp. You cannot stop it, unless you want some final words of your own to be put on loop. Victim 7, Lillian Morris. Lil's honor. Purple team campfire. Rule 7. Act with integrity. Lil was a strong woman, always ready to lend a helping hand. A good mentor to the girls in her scout squad. Someone to count on, always. She'd never turn her back to anyone, friend or foe. The day of her death, she followed the Girl Scout code. She did not leave a man behind. She put the needs of others before herself. She paid the ultimate price, just so another could live. When you evade the woman with the phone, you'll return to camp and find the fire lit and cracking. In the distance, a shadowy figure steps forward. Integrity is acting with courage when nobody is around. Again, something you are so unfamiliar with. Once she is illuminated by the campfire, she will look you in the eyes. Be not afraid. The punctured woman only smiles. She looks down. A limp hand, a body, 3 arrows. Integrity. Give her body the burial it never got. It's the least she deserves. It's all so unfair, isn't it? Someone so courageous dies, but you, the killer, the deceiver, walks free. Victim 8, Jake Bell. Jake during the fire. Voting campfire. Rule 8, get out quick. Don't let the jealousy fuel him. Jake was a very complicated person. He easily got jealous and easily jumped to conclusions. He didn't always make the right choices. He didn't think before he acted. But he meant well. He didn't mean for all the things that happened. He didn't mean for Ellie to end up headless, or to make Gabby hate him. One thing about Jake was that he didn't like being alone for too long, especially without friends. It's safe to say, nothing about his end was peaceful for him. No friends to ease him in, just him, the axewoman, and a growing inferno. The artificially extended campfire grows brighter and brighter. When you reach it, you'll hardly be able to see the stake Jake was originally tied to. If you search for it long enough, he's sure to appear soon. Jake gets jealous, even in death. He hates that you can breathe air when all he could inhale was smoke. He hates that you can move your hands and legs when his were bound to a stake. He hates that your skin is still silky when his was so badly burnt. He hates that your scars from so long ago are so visible. They remind him of Tom. Get out quickly. Eventually, the jealousy will overcome him. He is not afraid to leave his inferno of a tomb. Victim 9, Drew Mixon. Bear trapped Drew, the campsite. Rule 9, communicate well. Drew didn't talk. More specifically, Drew had selective mutism. Having selective mutism means some social situations cause so much fear or anxiety that you find speaking difficult or impossible. His time on the campsite was certainly the most horrifying experience of his life. For most of the time, the dead bodies were never seen. Somebody would come rushing back to camp saying, "Someone is dead!" All of the deaths went like this, except for one. One happened right in front of him, and all he could do was watch, then run, then look back to see a limp body on the ground. It's so sad when a sacrifice goes in vain. I know you've seen many sacrifices, haven't you? When you meet the bear-trapped ghost, he will have been looking for you. He limps slowly with a heavy trap around his leg. He needs you to do something for him. The two of you must communicate. Final victim, Fiore Felice. Floating Fiore, the lake. Rule 10, don't forget her. Fiore was mean, but she was just a child. She didn't deserve this. She just wanted to survive. She had her whole life ahead of her. She never got to graduate, or reach her 20s, or grow old, because at 6 years old, she met an early grave. Fiore was very smart for her age. She seemed to know everything. Well, almost everything. She never learned how to swim. If only, it would have saved her life. In the big lake, Fiore's body easily is lost, but you'll see it soon. It bobs up in the water, bloated after so many days of being submerged. Such a sad sight, and such a reminding sight too. You remember. All Fiore wants is for you to remember her name. Do not forget the memory of the prodigy girl. Let her live on. It's all she wants. It's her and her father. She's motherless. Her dad tries his best, but isn't that good. And at some point, when Vera was 16, she ran away from home, right after her grandmother died. Vera was always super obsessed with worldwide massacre killings, and she wanted to follow in the killer's footsteps. She lived super close to where Disventure camp was being filmed, so she decided to plan the massacre there. For a year, she trained with an axe. She was already pretty good since her grandma was handy with an axe after being the daughter of a lumberjack. Her mother left for London when she was little and never came back. The 4 survivors were Tom, Gabby, Nick, and Ashley. Now, it's probably supposed to be like this, but some of the killings were actually brutal. Like Jake, Lil, and Alec. Those were crazy. But yeah. That is going to be the end of this video. Hopefully you guys did enjoy it. If you did, don't forget to give this video a like, and don't forget to subscribe if you have not done so already. It really helps out my channel, and I had a lot of fun making this, but I'm also glad that this universe is not a canon universe, if you know what I mean, because I love some of these people in the show. But anyways, guys, I'm gonna see y'all in the next one. Bye!